Good morning, guys. 13th of June. I should be able to do that. Okay. So we've got Pilates. I've got bad hair, sorry guys. I've done it very quickly this morning. I was trying to get so much done this morning, and then I just looked at the clock and was like, oh my god, it's 5 to 12. Shelley, you have a class at 12. Get your bum moving. Hence why you just saw me finishing my cup of tea. Okay, so I'm just linking up my phone with the iPad. And then we can make a start. Now, if you have got back problems, Pilates is really good for helping with realignment and strengthening through the back, okay? Now, it will mean that you need to work at the lower levels. There we go. So that will be your level 1 option, okay? And then if you've done Pilates before, you can use those higher options. But build it up gradually, because I don't want you going from 0 to level 3 straight away, because the chances are that you are going to forget something, all right? You need your breathing to be correct, you need your core muscles to be in place, and you need your neutral spine. So all 3 of those together. If you're not doing one of them, it's not going to work effectively, okay? So I always say work up the levels, and as you go up, as you progress, make sure you're doing all 3 of those things at the same time, okay? So, and then if you're in that highest level and everything is working as it should be, perfect, wonderful, all right? But build it up gradually. So what we'll do is we do a little bit of a mobility warm-up, okay? And that is just to loosen up and warm up and prepare the body for what it's going to do. Work where you feel comfortable. Please feel free to rest at any time. If something is particularly difficult, try the lower level, and if it's still uncomfortable, just rest. It may be that it's an exercise that I can give you another option for as well anyway, but we'll see that as we go along. That's it, and grab a drink at any time. You'll see that I stop and drink quite a lot. I think because I talk a lot as well, my mouth just gets really dry, but please feel free to rest, get a drink at any time, okay? So I'm going to move backwards, so just angle that down. Hopefully you'll still be able to see the top of my head, which you can. Lovely. So standing nice and upright, nice and tall. Toes and knees point forwards, shoulders are down and relaxed. Make sure that you are balanced and central. So I'm just setting my watch. You'll be surprised how many calories you actually burn in a Pilates class as well, guys. So making sure that your body weight is central, staying in that upright position, finding your neutral spine. So you're just tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards. You're finding the position where your back feels the most comfortable. You've got that natural lordotic curve in place, your neutral spine. So we're maintaining that position through our back from this point on. And then we focus on the core muscles, the pelvic floor and the transverse abdominals, the rectus abdomini. Hi Anna, hope you're alright. So beginning with the pelvic floor, the muscle you'd use to stop mid-flow. Imagine that that's attached to a lift, okay? 10 floors. And I want you to pull it all the way up to floor number 10, so it's 100% engaged. It's quite difficult to maintain. Take it down halfway to floor 5, and then down to floor 3. So it's around about a 30% engagement. You know you're holding it, you know you're drawing it up, but it's not uncomfortable. You should easily be able to maintain it, okay? Then imagine you've got a belt around your middle with 10 notches to the belt. Pull that belt into notch number 10 as tight as you can. Out to notch 5, out to notch 3, and we'll hold it there. So that belt around the middle is tied round, and you can feel that tension around the middle of the body. Holding from the core and the neutral spine, your breathing will then come from your rib cage. Hands on the ribs, fingertips touch. We take a deep breath in, sliding the hands apart and release. Take a deep breath in and release. Relax the arms down and just begin to pedal through your feet one side to the other, raising and alternating heel. And just allow your shoulders to rotate one way and the other. Lovely. Place the feet down, lift all the way up onto their toes and release. And again, lift and lengthen all the way up and release. One more time, lengthen through the body and release. So lunging forward with your left leg, lengthening the back leg, bringing your body forwards and down, come up, bring that knee with you, and then step out to the left. Reach up and over. Come into the middle and change legs. Right leg comes forward, forward lunge. As you come into the center, lift the knee, and then step out and in. Now we're alternating. We've got 2 moves per leg. Reaching through the waist, lengthening through the spine, up the back of the thigh. Lovely lateral flexion here. 1 more to each side. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. Lovely, last one here. Only go as far as comfortable for you. And then hold it in the middle. Allow your hips to rotate one way and the other. Good. Holding it in the middle, bring your arms up, okay? Breathe in. As you breathe out, open and follow the fingers. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, go the other way. So your hips remain central and still. You're opening through the chest, and you've also got spinal rotation as you turn to follow the hand. Last one here, and release it down. Relax the shoulders down, take 1 leg forward, circle the leg round, lift the knee, hold it here. You're going to open, close, toe forward and round. Lift the knee, hold it here, open, close, toe forward. If your balance is a little bit off, you can keep your toe down for that little hip twitch, okay, little hip opener. Last one here, open and then holding it up. Hold it nice and still. Allow your ankle, whoops, to go one way and the other, and then place the foot down. Other leg comes forward, point the toe, circle the leg round, lift the knee, open, in, toe forward. Circle round, lift the knee, open, in, toe forwards. Rotate round through the hip. Good, last one here. Remember, we're keeping this one up, and we're going to allow the ankle to rotate one way and the other. And then we place that foot down. Staying towards the back of your mat. Breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down. Soften your knees, allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, carefully begin to roll all the way back up. Rebuild your back. As you reach the top, relax the shoulders down. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down through the back. Soften your knees, allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, carefully begin the process of rolling back up. Rebuild the spine vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to the top. So we're going to roll down and we're going to come into push up, okay? So breathe in, breathe out, gently roll down. At your lowest point, walk your hands forward to lower your knees down. Now on your knees is going to be your level 1. Hands come out slightly wider than the chest. Whole breath in takes you down. Whole breath out pushes you up. And it's a slow movement. You should be using the whole of your breath in to take you down, and the whole of that breath out to push you up. So your breathing is opposite to how it would be in a normal press up in a gym or a fitness class, okay? But also it's a lot slower. We're going for control, we're going for full controlled movements rather than speed and lots of little rubbish ones. If you want to go further, level 2, knees go further away. And then level 3, you're up on the toes. Whole breath in to lower, whole breath out to lift up. Whole breath in to lower, whole breath out to lift up. Any of those options, and I'm just going to ask you for 2 more repetitions, please. Once you've completed those 3, you're going to bring those hands in. Good, and you're on your hands and knees. Breathe in. As you breathe out, one leg pushes all the way back. Don't lift it, just push it away. Breathe in, and other side. Now, if you do Pilates regularly, and you're like, I know I can go level 3 on this exercise, don't just go to it, because actually your body might be saying it's tired today. Maybe it doesn't feel like getting to that level. Breathe out, lengthen, breathe in, return. So this time you're going to breathe out, lengthen, and then at the furthest point, raise the leg. Breathe into lower, and draw it back under. Now your back remains flat, neutral spine. Should be able to balance a tray of drinks on the back, and it would stay in place. You're not allowing your hip to drop to one side. A little bit further, opposite hand slides out along the floor. We're not lifting it. Just pushes out along the floor. And then for that last option, extend the arm and leg as far as you can. Raise. Fingers and toes touch down, and then come back in. Make sure your toes touch the floor before your knee, okay? You're lifting that leg once it's at its furthest point, and you're lowering it to the same point. Breathe out to lengthen and raise. Breathe in to lower and draw it back in. And I'm going to ask you for one more on each side. This is swimming. Strengthening for your core and your lumbar spine. Once you've done those two, you're going to come down onto the forearms and elbows. I want you to look down towards the floor between your wrists, okay? And then I want you to draw the pelvis up and just breathe and hold. Looking down at the floor. All I want you to do is breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the knees. As you breathe in, lower the knees. Breathe out, lift the knees. Breathe in, lower the knees. So we're coming from a knee down to a knee up, a 1 to 2. Now, any problems, you can just hold it with your knees down. And we're working right across the core, okay? Draw the belly button in and up. You should feel like your belly button is being pulled up towards the ceiling. Smooth, controlled movements, or just hold it still. And I'm going to ask you, please, in your moving leg pull, levels 1 to 2, for 2 more breaths. When you've done those 2, you're going to gently lower all the way down. Arms come out of that capital E position. So your elbow is in line with your shoulder. Your fingers are pointing forward. Touch your big toes together. Let your heels drop out. I don't want you to lift your legs or to squeeze from the bottom, okay? The movement is coming through your spine. Head down, breathe in. As you breathe out, peel the chest up. Keep looking at the floor. As you breathe in, gently lower. As you lift up, guys, if you're looking at anything other than your floor, your head is in the wrong place, okay? Your neck should be in line with the spine. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you lower down. Now, if you want to go further, you can hover the arms just above the floor. Hold breath out to lift. Hold breath in to lower. And if you want to go further still, we're going to extend the arms all the way out. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Keeping those legs down, keeping that bottom relaxed. Remember, level 1 is here. You've got lower back issues. Level 1 is probably safest for you guys. As you know, I've got lower back issues, so I work here at level 1. But level 2, take the arms off the floor. Level 3, lengthen the arms. Always looking down at the floor, guys. Do not move your head. You're peeling your chest up. You're not moving from the neck. And I'm going to ask you, please, in your swan dive, strength and mobility through the lumbar spine for 2 more repetitions, please. Once you've done your 2, you can bring your arms back in. Good. And then push yourself back up into leg pull. Now this time we're just going to hold it, okay? So knees down level 1, knees up level 2. You want to go further, coming up onto the hands for level 3. But please make sure everything is in line. You haven't taken your arms wider than your shoulders. You haven't allowed your legs to come out wider than your hips. Draw up through the belly button and hold. And breathe. That's the important bit as well. Strengthen right through the middle of the body, through the core. Deep, full breaths. And I'm going to ask you please, in leg pull, at your level, if you begin to shake or wobble, guys, just rest. It's a sign of muscle fatigue. I'm going to ask you for up to 3 more breaths. Once you've completed those 3, you can gently release and you're going to turn onto one side. Now I want you to lengthen your body out into a nice long line. Your head rests down on the arm, your hand is there for your balance, hips, knees, ankles all stacked, one on top of the other, your toes pulled away, okay? This hand is now there for your balance, alright? Take your breath in as you breathe out, raise both the legs without rolling forwards or backwards. As soon as those legs came up, the obliques, the waist, will have begun to work, okay? So already working the waist, the core and the lumbar spine. Hand is there for balance. Breathe in. As you breathe out, top leg comes up. Breathe in lower, then your bottom leg is going to kick forward. Breathe out, kick forward. Breathe in, return. Top leg comes up. Bottom leg goes forward. Now it's a whole breath out to take the leg away from you, and a whole breath in to bring the leg back towards you. Hand is there for balance. If you don't need it, we're taking it away. Now if one of those movements is uncomfortable for you for any reason, just stick with the one that's okay. It's your own range of movement, but we don't want any rocking and rolling of this body. The body stays central. Don't compromise your posture for a bigger movement. I'd rather see small movement controlled with no rolling than a big movement where your hips are no longer in line with your body. I'm going to ask you for one more of each move, please. Once you've completed those 2, legs together, point the toes away, keep the legs in place. Good. Core muscles zipped up. And just see if you can lift those legs a little bit higher for me, please. Still keeping the full deep breaths as you hold those legs in place. Toes pull away. Try and get them another inch or 2 up. Keep the legs together. And I'm going to ask you, please, keeping those legs at the highest point possible for you, for 2 more breaths here. Then you can gently allow the legs to lower. Once the legs are down, your bottom leg is going to bend and tuck under, and your top leg stays straight. This time, I want your toes pointing forwards. So the sole of your foot is now facing the side of the room. Toes point forwards. Hand is there for balance. If you don't need it, we can take it over. Breathe in as you breathe out. Lift the top leg. Toes forward, breathe in. As you breathe out, circle from the hip. As many as you can, then breathe in and hold. And then go the other way. So you're creating circles, small and fast, but you're using your deep full breath. So it's as many circles as you can achieve from one single breath out. Hand is there for balance. If you don't need it, take it away. Remember, each time you stop, you're going to go in the other direction. Small and fast. Toes point forwards. One more set in each direction, please. And then you can allow that leg to lower. And if you need to, give that hip a rub. Well done. We are going to push ourselves to sit. Legs are bent, feet are down, lengthen the back, chin is up off the chest. I want you to breathe in, tilt the pelvis under and bring your feet up. Now I want your toes, big toes together and your knees dropped out to the side. And you've still got that tailbone tucked underneath, yeah? From here, breathe in. As you breathe out, lengthen one leg out. Breathe in and return. Breathe out, lengthen the other leg out. Breathe in and return. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to return. That leg kicks away from the body. Next level, both legs go together. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Allowing that leg to be pulled away from the body. So this is your open leg rocker. One leg version, double leg version, or we can add in the actual rock as well. Let's take the hair clip out. You're going to breathe in, tilt and roll back, kick out, breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, kick and roll back, breathe in, come back up. And those toes come back together. We're not allowing those feet to come to the floor. So open leg rocker, strength and mobility through the lower back and through the core. Breathe out to take the leg away. Breathe in to bring it in. That's my knee just cracking there. I'm going to ask you for 2 more breaths, one with each leg if you're doing one leg option. When you've completed those, feet go down. Good. Once you've got your feet on the floor, you're going to bring your hands behind you. Now, if you can't lift up, so if you've got weak wrists, maybe you've got carpal tunnel or something, then you're going to just push back and hold here, okay? Otherwise, you're going to breathe in, breathe out, come all the way up onto the arms. Don't hang the head. Head and neck in line with the body. Bottom is pulled up. If you want to go further, legs out diagonally, but don't drop the pelvis. Hold and breathe. Strengthening through the core and the lumbar spine, but also targeting the backs of the arms through the triceps. Remember, you can stay here, no problem. I'm going to ask you please, whichever level you are at, for 3 more breaths please. Once you've completed those 3, gently allow yourself to lower, and then feel free to just roll those shoulders forwards and back, relax them out. Good. So from here, you're going to come down onto your back, please. Legs out straight. So legs are out, head and shoulders down. Core muscles in, make sure your neutral spine, your comfortable back is in place, okay? Arms are down by your sides for now. Breathe in. As you breathe out, one leg comes up. Now I want you to hold that leg around the thigh. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, walk your hands up at the same time as peeling the back up off the floor. And then breathe in and lower down. Breathe out, other leg comes up. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, walk up the leg. Breathe in and release. Now when I'm climbing up my leg, this is called climb tree, your leg is the tree. When I'm climbing up that leg, my other leg remains on the floor. I'm not letting it come up. You've got to keep that leg down. So from here, if you want to go further, leg is up, breathe in, breathe out, walk up the leg. Then you're going to breathe in and you're going to lower it a couple of inches and then breathe out and maybe get all the way up. But remember, the other leg must not leave the floor. Good. So that extra little movement where you're lowering the leg an inch or 2 helps give you the leverage to get all the way up. But remember, you don't have to come all the way to the top. You can just stay here if you prefer. How we do? Climb tree. It's a lot of strength from the lower back, also from the core, okay? It'll also give you a lovely long stretch down the back of the thigh into the hamstring. And I'm going to ask you on your climb tree for one more with each leg, please. Breathing out to come up. And when you've done those two, you can just bend your legs and place your feet on the floor. Now, when you come into this position on your back, I need you just to make sure neutral spine is in place. Okay? Back should feel comfortable. If I placed a spirit level across your hips, bubbler there would be central and still. Yes? Hips are parallel. Shoulders down and relaxed. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift one leg up into a right angled position. Okay? From here, you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to lengthen the leg away. As you breathe in, you're going to bring that leg in. And then you're going to breathe out and push the other leg out along the floor. And then breathe in and bring that one in. Breathe out to lengthen the lifted leg. Breathe in to return. Breathe out to lengthen the lowered leg. Breathe in to return. This is where you lose your socks. Good. Shoulders are down and relaxed. You're alternating from one leg to the other. Lengthening right through the core. Keep those hips parallel. Don't let them drop to one side. Arms are just down and relaxed. If you wanted to go a little bit further, you could raise up the upper body, the arms and the shoulders. Breathe out to take it out. Breathe in to bring it in. And while one leg moves, the other leg remains nice and still. Now, if moving both legs is too much, just move the one that you've got raised and keep the other one still. I'm just going to ask you, in your one leg stretch, for one more with each leg. Once you've completed those, you've got that lifted leg, core muscles in place, strength through the core. Good. So from here, I want you to breathe in. As you breathe out, bring your arms up. Now I want you to imagine I've got hold of your fingers. I'm going to pull the shoulders up and then just drop them down. So you're going to breathe in, arms pull up. Breathe out, just drop them down. So you're just allowing your arms to pull up, the shoulders just lift, and then just drop. Don't let your arms go all floppy and horrible. Keep the arms lengthened. Good. Now, if you've just got that leg up and it's too much, then take the foot down. I am going to ask you, please, hold it here and change legs. Breathe in, pull up. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, pull up. Breathe out, lower down. It is like a proper kind of stress reliever. Yes. Core muscles in place. I'm going to ask for one more of these. Then you're going to relax the arms down. We've got the other leg in place. Breathe in. Breathe out, lengthen that leg away. Breathe in, return, and then the foot that's on the floor. Breathe out, lengthen. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, it goes away. Breathe in, it comes back in. Breathe out, it pushes out. Breathe in, it comes back in. Any problems, just move the lifted leg and keep the other one still. While one leg moves, the other leg remains still. Don't drop that heel. It lengthens out and it comes back, right angle. Good. If you want to go a little bit further, bring up the shoulders. Breathe out to push away. Breathe in to draw it back in. Strengthen through the core, the lumbar spine. Lengthening through the leg, through the quadriceps, thigh. I'm going to ask you for one more movement with each leg. Once you've completed those two, keep that leg up. different movement with the arms this time. Bring them up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, one comes down by your side, one goes over. Breathe in, they meet in the middle. Breathe out, they go the other way. Breathe in, they meet in the middle. Now listen, if you want, you can have both legs raised. You can have both legs down and just the arms on their own. So level 1, just arms, feet on the floor. Level 2, one leg raised. Level 3, both legs raised. Now if you have just got the one leg up, can you change legs? Breathe out as you pull away. Breathe in as they return. Smooth, controlled movements. Mobilize through the shoulder, through the core, the lumbar spine. Everything working to keep those legs in place. Remember, don't drop the heel. Right angles. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. Then you can allow those arms to lower. 1 foot at a time to lower. And if you want to, you can take a nice long body stretch. Lovely. So from here, you're going to carefully turn onto the other side. Lengthening out the body. Point the fingers, point the toes. Head rests down on that arm. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs. I am in a straight line. I'm just in a slight diagonal position, so it might look like I'm not in a straight line, but I am, okay? My head is resting down on the arm. My hand is there for support. Breathe in. Breathe out. Top leg comes up. Breathe in. Top leg comes down. Breathe out. Bottom leg kicks forwards. Breathe in, it returns. So we're allowing the legs one at a time to move away from the body. Breathe out, takes them out and away. Breathe in, brings them back in. Hand is there for balance. If you don't need it, take it away. You can always bring that arm all the way over. Now the range of movement is entirely up to you. But I only want you to move as far as comfortable without having to compromise your posture. So you've still got everything in place, everything working together. Pelvic floor drawn up, core is engaged, deep full breaths, and that neutral spine. Oh, got a bit cramped in my foot starting, just wiggle those toes, Shelley. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you release. This should be called cramp Pilates, because everyone always gets some sort of cramp when they do Pilates. Well done. So I'm going to ask you please for one more of each move. Remember, full deep breath, slow controlled moves. When you've done those, keep those legs together and just see if you can lift them up another inch or 2. Hand is there for support. Engage the core. The obliques are working here, okay? See if you can get them up another inch or 2 without rolling forwards or back. Deep, full breaths, maintain that position. Well done. So I'm going to ask you for 2 more breaths. Then gently allow those legs to lower. Bottom leg tucked under. Top leg straight with the toes pointing forwards. Well done. So breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the leg, toes point forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, circle the leg round. Breathe in and hold. As you breathe out, go back round the other way. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out, rotate. So fast circles. As many as you can achieve from one single breath out. So although the movement is fast, the breathing is still slow and deep. Toes are pointing forwards. Hand is there for balance or not. Mobilize the hips, strengthen down the side of the body, and I'm going to ask you please for one more in each direction. Then you can lower your leg, bring it in, and give it a rub. Well done. So, from here guys, all we need to do is make our way round to stand. But we'll do it gradually, alright? We'll have a little back stretch as well before we get there. Bring yourself up onto your hands and knees. And from here, just sit back into the heels and stretch through the back, the arms, the shoulders. Come back up to the middle. Push back again into child's pose. Stretch around the glutes. One more time, come up in the middle. And then sit back into those heels. Well done. If you need to hold on to something to help you stand, please feel free to move closer to whatever it is, okay? A chair, a unit, whatever it is nearby. Bringing the hands towards the knees, you're going to curl the toes under, push yourself back into a crouch position. Tuck the chin into the chest, place the feet down, and gradually begin to roll up through the back. Rebuild the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to that nice lengthened central position. Standing upright, relax the shoulders down. Make sure you've got an even distribution of body weight across your feet. Make sure you feel central. Try and keep your core muscles and your neutral spine in place for as much of the day as you can. Just testing that balance. Lift up onto your toes. Balance. Oh, got tight calf muscles. And release. Lift up onto those toes. Balance. And release. One more time. Lift up, balance and hold. And release. Well done. Just kick out those legs a little bit if you need to. And that is your Pilates for today. Very well done. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is your low impact conditioning at 12 o'clock. I'm not with you next week. I actually have a week off, okay? I've got to just go to hospital and have a couple of things done. So I'm off next week. But I am pre-recording your workouts for you, so they will be posted. You're welcome, Anna. They will be posted on this page, so you can do them a pre-recorded one rather than a live one, but you're not going to miss out, okay? So thank you for joining me for that. I am back tomorrow at 12 with Low Impact, but I am at Gainsborough Sports Centre tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for your combat hit as well. Tonight we've got Bronwyn over at Witton at 7 with a circuit, but we also have Sue over at Gainsborough with a 6 o'clock. I think she's got legs, buns and tums, and then a circuit at 7. Might be the other way around, you might just need to check. Anyway, thanks guys, take care, and we'll see you again soon.